And welcome everybody to Trinity Competitive Racing Golden Class action tonight on Wednesday. We're at Hungarian Grand Prix, following up last week's action at France. We are back with the Renault versus Ferrari battle about midway through the season. And alongside me for tonight we have former Golden driver, Secret. Secret, how we doing?
I'm doing good, Jones. How are you?
Pretty darn good. Excited for tonight's action. I want to just update everyone on the standings currently. Like I said, it's Renault versus Ferrari headed into the second half of the season here, into the home stretch. Renault as a team, 171 points. Ferrari right behind them, 160 points. And at the top of the driver standings, Airborne in the Renault, 91 points, followed by W in the Ferrari. Victory last week, he's sitting at 82, with Swarner, the other Renault, breathing right down his neck with 80, and D-Crown, 78. So really tight at the top, really tight, and they head into Hungary here, with Renault looking real good so far in qualifying. So Swarner and Airborne looking to lock out the front row. Still 5 minutes to go for Ferrari to put in some good laps here, but talk to me, Secret, about the strategy. It looks like Ferrari so far setting their times on the hards. Might be a little different approach to tonight. Willing to sit back in the pack, at least initially, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the two Ferraris have started on, as it looks to be right now, they'll be starting on the hards, which is a little bit different from the strategies that different classes have been taking, because two Renault boys have decided from the medium option they're going to go on the softs, which Airborne Tiger just set a 16.8. It's a pretty good time on the softs. So that would confirm him using the softs, so that would most likely be a soft to medium, which is most likely the best strategy coming into this race. It's a 35 lap race, but it is only a minute and 20-second lap time, so.
How far would they need to take these soft tires to make that strategy work? This is a high tire work track.
It is indeed. I would say about 8 to 12 laps to get these softs lasted, and then once you chuck on a set of mediums, if you could take care of the mediums, they should just do well right to the end. You just have to make sure you keep the tires cool, don't push too hard at the beginning unless it's needed, and it should be a very smooth sailing for the rest of the crew if they do decide to start on the softs. Swarner right now, his second attempt on the soft tires. As the first run, he completely went wide coming into the fast left turn 4. And he's looking to see if he can get a lap on the softs because his teammate Airborne right now is 4 tenths up on him. He's coming into the third sector now with second to last corner. It's about a good 4.5 tenths up. He's pulling into the pits.
So diving into the pits. 3.5, good time for one more lap for anybody who so chooses. Except for Kitten Petter, who went right into the litter. Just straight out the pits, into the litter.
I think he had an engine failure. Pretty sure. They just announced their Mercedes partnership in 3 years, so the Renault's just giving them scrap. Poor Kitten. His teammate's doing good up in 7th right now on the hard tires. Look out for him, maybe for strategy calls. And folks, just in case you didn't know, most of these runners will most likely go to the softs at the end, but if you see any medium runners at the end, look out for them, because the medium tire lasts a lot longer at the end of the race than the softs.
Right.
So you'll see Ultimate Gamers pulling into the pits right now. It's actually a fantastic effort from him in 7th place on hards. Jones, what you think?
We ride on board with Failed here. He's about to get his lap fired up if you want to take us turn by turn. You interested? You up for it?
Yeah, I'm trying him out. First
No,
faded.
failed dives in. Of course he does. Of course he
Oh
does. Let's
man.
go ahead and Veyron anyways, his teammate. Going for his hot lap. Take us through a
All
lap,
right.
Secret.
Into turn one, he's in 8th gear, preferably 7th as he comes up to about 75 meters. Half turn in, get on the power nice and early, don't hit the curb on the left. Into the DRS straight, you're going to want to stay in 6th gear. He puts it into 7th. Throw the car into the left, he's gone a little bit wide, but he keeps acceleration on end speed. Into turn 3, fast right-hander, you usually don't go too wide. Into the infamous turn 4, going to get really close to the right. Fast left, keeps it on the track, nice and smooth. No corner cuts there. You're going to want to keep yourself a little bit more to the right, but he gets a good exit coming out of that little right-hander into the chicane. Middle of the second sector, fast left, smooth right. Get power going on the exit. As you're coming on to the fast right-hander to start the 3rd sector, you shift out to 5th, preferably you're going to want to stay at 6th. Coming into the 3rd sector now, he's about 3/10 up. Nice and smooth coming out of that right-hander as he comes into the penultimate corner now. Gets nice and close to the curb, gets a good run coming out of there into the final corner. Beautiful, nice run. That's a good exit coming around, and this lap time will be a 1:17.033. It's a good effort, puts him P2 right now. His Airborne Tiger has called it quits.
And nice lap by Veyron. Veyron, one of the newer drivers in Golden here. 8th place finish last week.
Jonesy, look at Swarner getting ready to pop another one in. He's got 30 seconds.
Alright, we'll ride on board. Just across the line, 20 seconds to spare. Swarner looking to get back up with his teammate, try and lock out that front row. Ferrari looking content to start on the hards for sure here, and they will also get free tire choice. Ideal, really, 11th and 12th. They will be on fresh rubber, free tire strategy.
Ooh, Special Ops with a 16.7 on the soft tires there. Takes Airborne Tiger off the pole. Takes any chance of a Renault 1-2, and I believe Swarner has just corner cut. Yes, I believe he did. Yes, he did. He did. So Swarner will start on the medium compound tire. He did 3 runs on the softs, and at the same corner all 3 times.
And he will be the fastest driver to start on the mediums.
Yes, he would. Interested to see what tires he will go on to the end, because, like I said before, the soft tires are not the greatest at the end. But since he's put himself on the medium first, he can't use that set at the end. So it's either going to be softs or hards. So it looks like he's going to have to deal with it at the end of the race with the softs. But if he has the pace and he can keep the tires cool, could be a threat later on.
Well, I was just about to sing Spec Ops' praises here, and out of nowhere, Clues grabs the pole. I didn't even know he was on a lap. My bad there, Cluesy. Hell of a lap there, 16.5.
Mr. Clues, 16.5, get in there.
Very nice. I would love to see Clues or Spec have a race here. Either one of them, if they could put together a complete race, it'd be great to see.
I'm not trying to do a commentator's curse here, Jonesy, but Mr. Clues has had a big run of bad luck here. Sticks it on pole, though, for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Yes, sir.
That is awesome.
Alright, I'll just leave the results up on the screen as I go over some housekeeping here. Trinity Competitive Racing, we are an affiliate with Fanatec. If you're looking to get into the racing world or up your game, if you're already in the racing world, get yourself a good wheel. Check out Fanatec. We'll leave a link in the description of this video once it is on the TCR channel. Any purchase you make from Fanatec through that link will help out Trinity Competitive Racing. We'd appreciate if you use that link. Just wanted to go over Trinity Competitive Racing itself. We are a PS4 only Formula One racing league. If you wanted to to look into the league, look into joining the league, you can go to trinitycompetitiveracing.com. Tonight's action is Golden Class. We have 3 separate classes. This would be our middle tier, if you will. No assists in this tier except Racing Line. Same with our top tier, Platinum Class. No assists, only Racing Line. And then Silver Class will allow you to use ABS and medium traction. So if you're out there looking for a good, solid North American league to join, we are the place to be as far as that goes. Some of the fastest guys you will find in North America will be in our Platinum Class. Isn't that right, Secret?
Yes, it is.
Speaking of fast. Only lasted a few races in Golden, we had to kick them out.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting ready to head to formation lap here in a minute. What are you thinking about tonight? We got a really good mix of strategy. I'm really intrigued by that right away.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know what? I'm gonna go bold here. If Mr. Clues can get his nose out of the first corner without any problems,
He's gone.
he's got it. He's had such a run of bad luck that it's time for Mr. Clues.
All right.
I think so. I'm gonna go with him.
I like the boldness.
Second.
I'll go bold as well. I'm going with Spec Ops. Spec Ops cannot be on the front row and not win. I just can't see it. You don't see Spec Ops on the front row every day. I have not seen him put a complete race together, and I think when that happens, he's a winner. Oh, that's a lie. We actually did a classic race. I saw him dominate at Spa, so I'll give him credit for that. But he was in the Braun. Different story. I'll pick Spec Ops tonight. He's going to win from second place.
Alrighty.
But even more interesting than that to me, still Ferrari versus Renault. What do you think about the strategy? You've got at least they're qualifying. Ferrari looking to start on the hards, and
yeah, Ferrari. In a way, I don't understand what's going on because 11th and 10th is a little bit too far back, in my opinion, for them to catch up to the battle with Renault, because if they get into a midfield melee back there, both cars could be taken out in a heartbeat.
Big risk there, especially with turn 1 at Hungary. They've got to get through lap 1 clean, and even if they do, they're sitting in traffic going forward. So, yeah, it's a big gamble.
And for one more thing for Mr. Clues, he stuck it on pole, but if he starts to drop pace during the, because those softs will start to degrade after, I would say, 6 to 7 laps. If he can keep the people behind that will be approaching him on mediums and keep them all bunched up, we have a hell of a race after the pit stops. I'll tell you that, Jonesy. All those soft runners, because the mediums are not far back. You have Swarner starting in 4th with the mediums, and he's going to be hungry.
I will go. I like the decision by Team Ferrari. Full disclosure here, I am their Jeff when I am not commentating. So I can tell you right now, they've practiced it. I know they're confident about it. So maybe they've got some information we don't have, and they feel good about starting on the hard. So
look at that front row, Red Bull and a half, as we are way on the formation lap, Jonesy.
Oh man,
very excited for this race. If you don't mind, I'm going to run through the positions. We have Mr. Clues in first, starts on pole. Special Ops 25 in second, Airborne Tiger in third, Maroon the Ploroon in 4th, Dre Diggy in 5th, Swarner in 6th, Rasa _84 in 7th, Log in 8th, Ultimate Gamers 9th, Failed 10th, D-Crime 11th, Double U in 12th, Dorian Alpha 13th, Frost Hack 14th, Erept in 15th, Kitten Pitter in 16th, and we have Coleman completing the last position in 17th.
Yeah, and just to wrap up what we were just discussing, it looks like W decides medium to soft is going to suit him well. D-Crime sticking with the hard, so they did mix it up a little bit, but I do know W is very good with the tire wear in general, so I'm totally behind him on that move.
I'm
See how that
behind it
shakes
if
out.
Ferrari let double go through at the start. He's going to be on the pressure compound. There's no need for D-Crime to hold him up. So it'll all be about that start. So we're getting close to the grid forming up.
Around the double apex, one more turn. Mr. Clues will back them up. Arrive to the grid. So Swarner is a little bit buried as well. 6th place.
Yeah, 6th place. I thought he was 4th.
So
He's a little bit further back than I anticipated, or that I once thought. So he's actually not that far away from the I mean, he's a good 5 positions, but if the Ferraris get a good start, get through some traffic, you never know what's going to happen.
let's hope for a clean start here. Hungary is a tough one. Turn 1, real tight. Five red lights are out, and we're off at Hungary.
Great stuff by Dre Diggy there in 6th place.
3-4 wide into turn 1. Spec on the inside of Dre.
Ooh,
Veyron dives inside as well. Spec gets the best of it. Dre's off. He's spun.
Oh,
and they're backed up. They're piled up. That was Airborne caught up in it. That was D-Chrome caught up in it. Ferrari and Renault both caught up. Our leader all the way to last place. Dre Diggy caught up in that. A lot of the leaders.
Oh man, Mr. Clues once again can't escape trouble in the opening lap. His kid pitter up 6 places on the start, Jones. Up to 10th.
What a mess, turn 1.
Special Ops, your pick to win the race this evening. Scott is nose clean.
Double also up 6 positions early on here. He's right on the gearbox that failed.
The 2 Mercedes coming into the braking zone now, Log and Dorian.
Ultimate wants a piece of that as well. The 2 McLarens fighting for position.
Ooh, this is going to get tasty now. It's the 2 Mercedes versus the 2 McLarens. Oh, there's contact between the 2 McLarens.
McLarens fighting each other, Mercedes fighting each other.
This is crazy. Look at Ed Coleman. No, that's E-Rex on the back of Airborne, actually.
Dorian dives to the inside of Log. Dorian gets it.
His ultimate game is going to go for a lunge at the inside. No, he doesn't. Oh, but Log goes extremely wide, and that's going to let Ultimate Gamers through to chase after Dorian.
Go back towards the front here. Swarner up to 3rd place. Decent start for him, but W starting to hunt him down, 3.8 behind.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap for top 4. Have a bit of a gap. There's a yellow in sector 2. Who was it? Can't see, so they must have cleared that up pretty quickly. As now the McLarens and Mercedes keep swapping as around the outside goes Frost at a corner that you would not really... Oh! Log has wing damage. Log has front left wing damage, so he's going to look to pit very soon because he is losing a lot of time.
I missed the pass by Swarner. He's up to P2. Spec trying to drive away. As we get a nice Codemasters glitch showing Dre Diggy in 1st place. That's lovely.
Ooh. Yeah, you were right, Jones. He double. He was caught up almost a second in the last lap alone.
Yes, sir.
The tires are starting to kick in. I wonder what the chance of rain is. It looks pretty dark out there.
thought I heard clear weather, maybe just cloudy.
Oh, you on sector 2? It's
Oh, Dorian! And Kenton
Oh!
collects him! Ooh!
Oh!
I just happened to
Dorian.
pick that up on the camera. Kenton unfortunately did not see Dorian sitting there on the track.
5-second time penalty for Dorian. As I don't think he could have done anything else. He was literally stuck in the worst position.
Nothing he could have done except try to get off the track.
They look like sector 1 and 2.
Just looking up front real quick here, Swarner is really chasing down Spec right now. Spec probably struggling with those tires already. Lap 4 on the softs.
W made a pass on Dre Diggy. It's up to P4, so the 2 medium runners.
Spec going to the outside. Sorry, Swarner going to the outside of Spec. Up the hill to this fast left-hander. Swarner chases.
You could hear the conservation mode in Swarner's engine there. Really let the throttle off through that corner. He doesn't want to take any risks.
He's got such a pace advantage right now, I doubt he needs the ERS. Spec is really struggling with those tires.
Oh, Mr. Clues getting a position there. Up into P11. Poor Mr. Clues puts it on pole. He'll fight his way back to the field. Maybe a safety car could help this out. Ooh, Spec Ops.
Swarner looking to the outside in the final corner. Switches it up. He's going to try DRS down the front straight here.
Oh, look at the grip. This is...
Great exit out of the final corner into turn 1 around the outside. Plenty of pace, and he just drives right by. Spec's got to think about pitting soon. What did we say, between 6 and 8?
No, it's 8 and 12. If I was these soft drivers, I would let Swarner go. Of course, like Spec Ops just said, no need to fight. Save these tires as much as you can, because you want to go on those mediums, because as you see right now, those mediums are the tire to be on.
And hope that Swarner needs to stretch those to go to the softs. I'm not sure. He's got all sorts of pace.
He's going on hards, Jones.
Okay.
He's going on hards for the second stint. He wants nothing to do with the softs. He said the only time he'll go on the softs is if it's a dire situation that needs pace, but he does not want to be on those tires at the end.
That being the case, Spec is in good shape if he can make it to the mediums.
There he is. Where is D-Crime on 14th? He was involved in the first lap melee. Going back onto a set of soft.
I'm riding on board W. He dives to the inside of A-Run. Final corner of A-Run dives into the pits, and we've got Double coming down the front stretch in P3. He'll chase down Spec Ops and try to catch back up to Swarner.
Oh, Sector 2 yellow flag. Who did?
Apologize for the Codemasters glitch here. Dre Diggy is not P1, but it keeps showing him there.
Dre Diggy is in P5 right now. P5.
Right.
Wow, Ultimate Gamers with those medium tires, Jonesy. I'm telling you. Catching the back of Dre Diggy right now. Failed is on the hard tires. So if he wants to hold up those two guys, it's got a bit of a buffer with Dre Diggy in the middle. Yeah, Swarner's just whomping away with it right now. But he has to save those tires.
Yeah, Ultimate showing really good pace here. Chasing down failed.
Log coming in. Just finished his pit stop. New wing. on a set of hard tires. It says medium. It looks like it's medium, but it's a set of hard tires that should bring him to the end of the race. Stray Diggy's in the pits, so is Spec Ops, and moves Frost up to 5th. Wow, Varoon, the Plaroon, went onto a set of hard tires, and he's jumped him. Oh no, he jumped Dre Diggy in the pits, but he did not jump Spec Ops. Spec Ops still with a good sizable manage. But now he's on the medium tires. A little early though, as you see it's only lap 7 of 35. Those mediums will not last to the end if he doesn't be careful with them.
The field really spreading out here as we get into some early pit stops. This top 5 cars, we'll see where they come out once they start pitting, but it's going to be quite a while longer.
Trey Diggy going through the chicane there on board with Varoon the Platoon. On hard tires, we have Spec Ops on mediums. Frost is still on his mediums. Ultimate Gamers with a twitch out of the last corner, saved it. Keeps it going, failed on the hards. That's a good strategy for failed. They're spreading out so much as we have a yellow flag in Sector 2 again. Oh, Dorian Alpha spun in the same place. And he's backing up all the way to the wall there, Jonesy.
Really struggling.
Oh, he's retired. No. Oh, poor.
Tough race for Dorian. Didn't quite have the car tonight. Ultimate steadily catching up to failed here. Within a second, just about DRS range, heading into Sector 3.
Yep, 0.8 of a second, so that means he will be able to activate the DRS as soon as he gets onto the main straight. Red One Tiger with a 3-second time penalty. On board Ultimate here, maybe he gets size up the move. Failed's got a much better run out of that corner than he does, but he's got DRS. Let's see what happens here. He does not chase Failed slipstream, so that's telling me that Failed has a higher, Ultimate has a higher downforce setup than Failed. Doesn't want to risk it down there.
Failed actually has pretty darn good pace on those hards. Gonna really pay off for him later when he does come into pits. He'll be in a really good spot. Ultimate struggling with his grip a little bit. Sector 2.
If I was Failed, push those tires to at least lap 20, 25. If he can keep the pace simple and smooth, or if he wants to go for a little bit of a wants to get up those hards, like 15, 20, come in, chuck on a set of mediums, easy 15 laps to the end. These mediums have already shown us that they're quick, and they're very reliable too, because Swarner is still pumping in good laps, so is W. They're just leaving Failed behind. 11 seconds is the gap now.
We know W is really itching to close that gap to Swarner. Same tire strategy here, so what do you think W can do to close it up? I mean, it hasn't changed much since they separated from the pack.
This is the thing. If they started on the hards per se, or they started on the softs, it would be a little bit of a more exciting finish, because right now, if W, he's catching him little by little in these increments, but if he wanted to do an undercut, it's way too far back, 5 seconds, and the softs, he'll definitely get an undercut on the softs, but those won't last him. and he, you know what I mean, Jones? It's just not.
You did
He's
mention though
gotta
that
figure out.
Swarner wants nothing to do with the softs. If Swarner goes to hards, not only is W going to undercut him with the softs, well, no, he'll pit later if he's going for softs, but
If W's gonna
he's
win
going to
this
have some
race,
serious
yeah.
pace.
If W's gonna win this race, he'll let Swarner come in, get his hard tires on, pump in the laps of his life, stretch this medium tire at least 5 to 10 laps more. That's why I said 5, because 10 laps is a lot. Chuck on a set of softs, they're gonna have a almost second and a half pace advantage over the hards easily. So softs are no joke. They just don't last that long.
Something to watch here, Spec Ops is on the medium tire now. He's starting to make some ground up. It'll be important to watch the gap from Spec to Swarner. Another thing for Swarner to think about. He's got W going to the soft tire to think about, and he's got Spec Ops making really good pace on the medium tire, chasing down that gap.
Crosshack going wide. There's Spec Ops up into 5th place. Yep, Crosshack made a slight mistake coming out of the corner. Those tires are done.
I mean, it's just over 20-second gap right now, so Spec is in really good shape here. Swarner's really got to take that into consideration.
Yep, and I'm looking at the tire left right now. It's Swarner, W on 11-lap-old mediums. They failed on 10-lap-old hards. Ultimate on 10-lap-old mediums. And you have Spec Ops on his 4-lap-old mediums. Then Frost on the 10. Maroon is on 5-lap-old hards. Biggie on 4-lap-old hards. Airborne Tiger on 9-lap hards. Clues 9-lap mediums. And that's your top 10. The rest of the field on Kitten 7 laps mediums, and then it's 9 for Decrime, 9 for Erect on hards, 9 laps for Grapha, excuse me, on the mediums, and Log with 5 laps on the hards. So nobody is touching those softs right now, Jones. Absolutely no one.
But you know Double is licking his chops. Can't wait to get on those soft tires. I know he's going to soft tires.
He wants that pace of that. Oh, Double! He spun!
Oh boy. Oh no. W off track.
No.
Spins it around, gets back up to pace. But man, is that going to damage his chances at even a podium, to be honest. Unfortunate for W. He needed those points. Oof. We'll see if he changes up the strategy now. Tough break.
If I'm W, if those tires didn't get messed up too bad, put in some hard laps, now you have to go into the hards.
Spec Ops coming up on Ultimate and Failed here, who have been battling for many laps. Spec Ops starts the inside turn 1, chasing down. Failed at the same time. He's got DRS to aid, and he's gone. Look at Spec go. Yep. Swarner's really got to consider this if he wants to win the race.
Spec Ops closing in on Failed. Ooh, Spec Ops right there, which took a little bit too much more curb than we needed to.
Those are the little things that can make a difference between a win and a good finish. We'll have to note that 3 seconds for Spec. Still a very good chance here, though. He's really got some good pace right now. A lot of time left.
Not even halfway through the race. Oh, this might be a pass right here at the inside. If I was Spec, I would leave it.
Didn't quite get the exit. He's got all the time in the world to get by him. There's no hurry.
This has cost him a good 2.5 seconds, though, Jonesy. But he's being smart. You do not want to ruin your wing on the back of that. Oh, are you getting really close? Come on, Spec.
Little slip. Still has DRS. He's going to go to the inside. Turn 1. Should be enough with the grip he's got with those new tires.
Oh, Kitten.
Tight on the exit.
Sorry about that, Jones. Did Spec get the move yet? And yes, he did.
Spec completes the move.
And somebody left the litter box on the side of the road there. Kitten just enjoying the grass for a little bit as he was making the move with Spec. Fortunately there, so Kitten
This is
lit up
one
the
of
rear tires.
Kitten's stomping grounds in terms of litter box visits. So.
Oh boy. It's a hungry cat, huh?
That's right. Man, I see what you did there.
Yep. Swarmer dives into the pits. 13 laps. Is he gonna go onto the hards? Let's see what he does. Ooh, W staying out. Wow,
Gotta believe,
W staying out.
gotta be a good move for Swarner to pit at that moment, actually.
He's going on the hards.
Whether he knew it or not. Very good timing given Spec's mix up with traffic.
Ooh, Spec's gonna get him. Is he?
Spec coming down the front stretch, down the end of the pit. Swarner comes out. Spec is in front. Let's see what kind of gap he can open up early on.
Is Failed gonna get him as well? No. Okay. So Failed. If he would have been behind Failed, W could have started singing his chops away because, well, especially right now, Spec Ops is on 8-lap old. Mediums as we have another yellow flag.
All right. Yeah. So. The question is, can Spec go to the end on these tires?
No,
that
cannot.
Probably not. And he's got 1.3 second gap here. He's got to at least stay out of DRS range, I would imagine.
That's going to be extremely hard. As you watch Spec Ops going through the fast left-hander there, he had sideways lock. How the Spec Ops will cool it down, keep him behind you as much as you can.
And Swarner coming out full bones here. He's got full ERS available. He's just about in DRS range. He's getting ready to blow Spec out of the water.
If I was Spec, defend. No letting him fly like you did the first time. Defend, defend, defend. This is Hungary, so it's not that hard to defend easily. Just hold your line.
Only a couple passing opportunities, so... You're right about that.
And he's on the hards. W's came in on the hards. Now,
we'll see where he comes out real quick.
This race is either going to explode. If Swarner does not get past special ops and the next 5 laps, we have a race on our hands. If he does, because W can close up. If he realizes what's happening, he can close up to the back of Swarner if he's stuck behind special ops, because those mediums can go another 10 laps.
I do like that. Wild card there is failed. If W's got to get it by him easily to make that work. But yeah, 10 seconds. It is a big gap to close. I wouldn't put it past him though.
Nope.
Swarner goes wide.
Come on, Spec Ops. He's the Spec Ops in the house is the one golden jewel we have left in this race, because as soon as Swarner gets past him, I don't know what's going to happen throughout the run. Come on, Spec Ops, defend into turn 1. Oh, he's catching him, Jonesy. There's the defense.
Into turn 1, around the outside. Spec still there.
Oh, come on.
Swarner with the DRS advantage. Stays inside. He's got the line. Spec's got nothing he can do here.
And unfortunately, folks, if all goes to plan from now on, Swarner just needs to keep control from here.
I can't imagine Spec has an opportunity to grab softs and close this gap back up if Swarner's got this much of an advantage. But Max Verstappen could make the argument that that's a possibility. Let's see how W's doing on that gap. He's close it to 6 seconds to failed. Still a solid 10 seconds back though from Spec. just check in on some of that early action. Airborne was caught up in that early wreck. He's up to 7th. If he can get a top 10 out of this race after that lap 1 incident, that'd be a solid finish for him. D-Crime as well was involved in that incident. He's right about where he started.
Let's go through the field. Spec Ops. I can hear he's pushing. Just don't think. I think for him, he should just back off, get out of the dirty air, conserve those tires from W. Because W's closed the gaps at 3.8 seconds now. And failed. So he's closing in quick.
So Spec went soft to medium. I've got to imagine the 2-stop was his plan.
I just don't understand though. If I was...
It is a bit weird.
I did a 50% race here a couple weeks ago, and I tried out the strategy. I went from soft to mediums, back to soft, because I knew the mediums weren't going to make the rest of the race. But the soft tires degraded at the end right before I could get a 10-second gap I had to close up, and it looked like there was going to be nothing, but the softs just degraded. So, looks like the strategy has shown me today that it's going to be mediums to hards. If you can get mediums to hards in the strategy, then you'll be in good shape.
Yeah, that is looking really good. Just riding on board with Fatal a minute ago. He has yet to stop. He's really making those hard tires work out of the gate. We'll see if he goes hard to soft or to the mediums, but Fatal will definitely have an opportunity for a good finish either way at the end. Swarner not exactly running from Spec here.
He's not, because those hard tires are still hard tires. They don't have the most grip in the world, but it looks like Grassa is about to get lapped by Swarner. You can see he's closing up pretty quickly on the back of him now.
Yep, and on my screen it's Jerry Diggy. Something going on there. Codemasters.
Good old Codemasters. Did you know that we're not actually at the Hungarian Grand Prix?
Yeah.
We're at the Monaco Grand Prix. They didn't put up the walls. Oh, yellow flag sector 3. Who is it? Oh, it's Frostak. He spun. On the 6-lap old hards, he spun. So it's gonna... This D-Crime comes into the pits after a 17-lap stint. It's a good payday for him. On the 17 laps, he gets himself on a fresh set. Most likely, I would say mediums for D-Crime. Let's see what he puts on. Yeah, it chucks on a set of mediums. Smart move there from D-Crime. He'll have a big pace advantage throughout the race now.
We'll pick up W here. He's closing in on Failed, who is 19 laps into those hard tires. Double still looking at a possible podium finish. Where is Dre Diggy actually? If you could fill me in.
Dre Diggy is in P6, 13 laps into his hard run has failed. Dives into the pits, leaves W with a wide open track.
Yes, sir. I'm sure
laps.
Failed might see him at the end of the race.
Good stint by Failed, 20 laps.
Really good. He does come in for the medium tires, which, from what we've seen, is the tire of choice around here.
Oh, as we have Airborne coming in as well, he's going to check on a set of mediums, so... I think I called it pretty good, Jonesy, when you said you didn't want to be on the softs, you want to be on those mediums. All the runners are coming in.
I agree.
Those medium tires. Not a single person on soft tires.
And honestly, that might be Spec's biggest weakness here tonight was the the choice to qualify on the soft tire. He's got good pace. It's pretty obvious. He just didn't have the tire strategy in his favor. So Failed comes out in P7, about 1.3 behind Ultimate. What do you think his finish possibility is here?
Failed. He's only 1.2 seconds behind Ultimate, as you said. Then he's got a big 10-second buffer to Dre Dickey. I'm gonna give Failed P5. P5. If he can, because Ultimate Gamers is on 7-lap-old hards, he'll most likely get past him pretty quickly. And then Dre Dickey's on 15-lap-old hards. So those tires, as we saw, did 20 laps of Failed. They were falling off the cliff. So I'll have him at P5. I think Varun is a little bit too far up. Actually, no, Varun's right there, Jonesy.
Gonna interrupt you quick. Clues and Frost fighting over P9 here. Clues pretty easily into turn 1. Goes by Frost.
Frost is on hard tires, but his tire color is red, so that's when they're Codemasters. Spec Ops is in the pits.
See if he grabs those soft tires.
Is he going to be the first one to go on the softs? Nope. It's a set of
And
mediums.
it is the mediums.
Nobody will go on the soft tires.
Let's see where he comes
he's gonna
out.
get out.
Failed did have a...
He's not going to do it. He's behind the 2 runners that you do not want to be behind right now.
Not bad. I was wondering if
19
Ultimate
seconds.
would get up there.
It's a big pace advantage, though.
Tell you what, he's still in great shape for podium though.
Spec Ops, oh yeah. He'll as soon as these two pit, if they are going to pit, he'll be right up there on the podium side, right into 3rd.
So Swarner comfortable 9.5 ahead of double here. He can put it in cruise control a little bit. Not really a threat to a victory here, which would bode very well for his championship. He is sitting P1 at the moment.
Oh, Dre Diggy's all over the back of Ruin right here. Almost making contact coming into the last corner now.
I wish we could show that on stream, but I can't.
Well, for the folks who like to listen and not watch, Dre Diggy's going for a pass around the outside of Varun. Side by side, there is contact. Dre Diggy goes off the track. Still DRS range for Dre Diggy. Varun with great defending there. A little bit too much. There's slight contact made between the two. And all this is doing is just backing them up into the 1-lap-old medium tires.
Something happened with Swarner and we missed it. W is right on the gearbox of our leader. I'm not sure what we missed.
I was just about to say.
I have no idea what we missed. Apparently Swarner spun out. I don't see any wing damage, but we have a battle all of a sudden for the lead.
There was no yellow. I was looking at my screen and I was like, what's wrong?
Somebody flipped the switch and we have a battle for the lead between Ferrari and Renault. I love it. The racing gods are in our favor.
2006 called. They want their championship battle back. It's W.
W with a big grin on his face right now. Maybe he's just focused.
You know
DRS advantage.
Your pick for if If Spec Ops does not get past these two right now, if he, oh, Spec Ops didn't even get link damage. If he, oh, they crashed. Oh,
Oh, contact. Spec
oh,
Ops, Veyron.
oh my goodness, no. Jonesy, if Spec Ops came out of there clean, I would have picked him to win this race. Because now that Double and Swarner are gonna
Yeah.
fight this out,
He did
he
have
has the
the
pace.
he did have the 3-second penalty to deal with as well, but you're right. He was in really good position there.
Come on, W.
Nonetheless, though, we have W and Swarner at the front of the pack here. This is going to be 10 laps to watch for sure. These guys have battled a lot this season. We're right back at it. I wish we knew what happened to Swarner. He must have spun it out, maybe in Sector 2. There's a couple spots. Big run up the outside, turn 1. Swarner holds the inside. Clean around there. W's got DRS advantage. Heading down the hill.
Up the inside. Oh, there's gonna be couple.
Very nicely done by Swarner to hold that in that turn. Very great defending there.
Go for it. Yep.
Oh, nobody goes for it there except W.
W. At least he didn't get a penalty for that, but it's most definitely a warning. If I'm W, you have a lap younger tires. You can clearly keep up with him on pace. Chill out.
That was not the place to go for that move. You're right about that. Now he's got to close the gap again. He's lost DRS range.
Oh, man.
That was not the place to go for it.
W's kicking himself right now.
Yeah, you can't blame him though. He had an opportunity there. What a job defending there by Swarner down the hill. That's not easy.
Oh, Swarner goes wide. Swarner goes wide.
Very wide in the double apex. W with a good exit. He's still not in DRS range though.
Wow. Oh man.
He's really gonna regret that move if he can't close this gap. You have to believe though, if Swarner spun it around earlier, some rear tire damage for sure. Could play into W's favor, but he's got to get back to DRS range or he's got no chance.
Oh, poor Spec Ops now. Those two that crashed earlier, that took Spec Ops with them, are now closing up on him because Spec Ops did not decide to pit. Oh, Sector 1 yellow flag. Who is it? Ah, it's Ultimate. Caught the curb.
So W carrying the weight of his driver championship and the team championship on his shoulders right now. A first place finish here would be all the difference for both championships. He really needs this one.
Ultimate, just stop. Come on, bud. So sorry, Ultimate's just done about 18 donuts there, poor guy.
Oof.
Let the tires cool off, brother. Let the tires cool off. Oh, please don't spin it. Please don't. Okay, there we go. He's good.
W this time around is 1.8 behind, so Swarner getting back into the rhythm here.
Yeah, but he's got a lap car in front of him. He doesn't clear that lap car before the first sector ends. The whole second sector is just turns.
Swarner spent his ERS trying to build that gap again. That could come into play here. W has a chance.
I want to know where Michael Massey was with the yellow flags. Because Swarner just did like a ghost town of him. Like, he went from 9 seconds to 2.5 tenths without any significance of a yellow flag or anything.
Sorry, riding on board with failed. He just gets bumped by his teammate heading down the hill. Veyron retires.
He retired. Not in the middle of the
I
track.
think he broke his wing on his teammate's car there.
That's not going to be a good
and fail gets loose. Catches it. Very nice catch there.
Oh, Mr. Clues and Mr. Clues hit the back of Balloon's AI car. Oh my goodness gracious, Mr. Clues. If I could buy you a house and give you $1 million, I would do it. I cannot. Oh, he's just. Yeah.
So we've got W closing the gap on Swarner, who has spent his battery reserve trying to build a gap.
Ultimate Gamer.
Virtual safety car is out.
Virtual.
Virtual safety car. All cars will be slowed down to a limited pace, and W has got to maintain that gap during this VSC. These are always tricky.
All the bunch of drivers diving into the pit.
This actually plays very well into Swarner's hands. He gets to recharge his battery where his battery was drained. W had a chance to close the gap. The VSC comes out. Now it resets the charge. So this is really playing into Swarner's hands here.
Yes, but if Swarner doesn't get a good restart on the VSC.
And VSC is closed.
He doesn't. He closed the gap by 7/10. Oh, W, come on. You had it. Swarner with a terrible
W not quite there in DRS range, so he will not get the advantage down the straight. But now or never, he's got to close this gap. He's got 5 laps to make this happen.
Things to look to. First 2 soft runners of the race, Fat Ops and Dre Diggy, looking to catch that.
And W spins the tires coming out of turn 1. He loses half a second there.
Oh man,
he's really pushing now. I don't blame him.
It's that one move.
Swarner burning the battery up, trying to build that gap again.
Five laps to go here.
Just checking on the fastest lap real quick. As of right now, W's got the extra point pretty comfortably, actually. So, good for championship there. But really, he would love to get this race win.
Swarner is taking a cruise.
Yeah, using his battery to do it though. We just saw this a few laps ago. Swarner spent his battery trying to stay ahead, and W started to catch him again. But this time W not quite with the reserves. But he is closing that gap. Oh boy, did Swarner just go at... Swarner leaves the session. Something happened with his connection. Oh no. Hopefully he can get right back into it here. W catching him very quickly.
No.
You hate to see that.
If I'm W, you have 23 seconds to fail. Be a man. be a man. Just stick behind him.
There's Swarner. He's back in. He's just in time. He's got to get control of this car. Stay ahead of W. W ducks the inside. And he's contact into the turn. I don't know if Swarner has control yet.
Oh, he has
I don't think he's got control of the car yet, at least on the screen.
Does he? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, no.
And W flies by on the front straight.
Oh, man. That's not how you want to see it go down.
No, not at all.
It's like having no having no recovery system.
Right on board here. Looks like Swarner might be in control here. Using the ERS, trying to stay on W's gearbox.
I think he does.
I agree. I think it is Swarner. Well, as unfortunate as it is, we do get to see the battle again. I think Swarner has the pace advantage here. It's just a matter of managing that ERS and being smart about his timing.
Oh, yes, he does. Just something to, really quickly to touch on. Like I said, those softs weren't going to last that long. Special Ops has only closed the gap 7/10
Oh,
to Airborne Tiger, so
good
I'm
call.
saying
The
it's kind of
softs
soft.
just aren't worth a damn around here.
Nope. Anyways, back to the battle here. I believe that's Swarner. If it's not Swarner, that is one quick AI car.
It's definitely Swarner on my screen. Down the front stretch,
Ooh,
he's
here
got
we
benefit
go.
of the DRS, but no battery to rely on.
Problem is, W is running less downforce than
Yes,
Swarner.
he is. That is right.
Oh, what a run.
W spending his battery trying to stay in front, so neither of them with the advantage there. But I would give Swarner the outright pace advantage. Just can't quite get him on the straight from what we just saw. And no time penalties between these two so far, from what I
That's great.
noticed.
That's
So
great, actually.
straight up battle.
That's awesome. We can have a straight up battle to the end.
I don't know where Dre Diggy actually is, but it's showing him in first again. I apologize.
He is 6th place. Actually,
Okay.
Trey Ticky and Special Ops are side by side. Going up to turn 4. Ooh. Trey Ticky with 3 second time penalty. He's gonna go side by side. Oh, has to back out of there.
Swarner heading into the last two corners here. Really good spot. If he could get a good exit out of the final corner, maybe DRS gives him enough down the straight. Let's see, he goes for a 2-point
He cannot go for those runs. He cannot go for those little runs. He has to stay in line.
Spending all of his battery, DRS, and he still can't get enough pace to get by W down the front stretch.
I think he's gonna do it next lap, Jones. I think he's learned these last 2 laps that he cannot go wide and come back in.
Yeah, it's not working for him at all. He's got to get a better exit, and he's got to have full ERS available to make that happen.
Kitten Petter's up ahead.
Actually, W's starting to reserve ERS. He's starting to feel good about his chances.
Oh, Swarner made a mistake.
In that turn, I was wondering if that's where he might have spun earlier. That is a tricky traction zone. Going up the hill, there's no curbing on the inside. If you catch that, the edge of the track there, your car just disappears. And extending the track.
He is pushing. He is pushing. Kitten Petter might be a force to be reckoned.
Let's see if he changes his line here.
Because this is the last lap, folks.
Final corner for Swarner. He goes tight this time.
I told you. Has to stay tight. Oh.
Look at W. Looking for a little slipstream of Kitten's off of Kitten's car. I don't know if that was worth it or not. Swarner really closed it down there. There's a chance down the hill. Maybe. We've seen him do it before. Around the outside, loose. They contact twice. Oh, not quite. Really good effort there by Swarner, though. I like it.
Oh, we had to bug out of that.
Here's where he was gotten loose before. Good exit this time. Got a sector and a half here to close the gap. I don't know. He can't make that pass out of the final corner. He's got to do it in one of these next 3 turns.
He's got to get the run of his life coming into this corner right here. He's got it.
And he goes for it. Look at him go. What a move. Oh, good fight, good fight.
Is he going to go for it
really
side?
Leaving nothing behind. Oh my goodness. Again, inside. Side by side, into the to the line. Swarner.
Oh, Swarner got
he got a penalty.
What
a battle.
I think anyways, if that was the no penalty situation, that last incident would have been looked
I
at.
I don't know. I was wondering if it was that contact. I didn't see a penalty pop up on the screen, but
We're talking about all this, but failed coming in with the podium. Great strategy. As
yeah, great job by Field.
another spin by Ultimate. Those tires. Oh man. He tried his hook. He tried his best today. As
Well,
the Field's coming in.
we didn't know about the time penalty, so I don't feel so bad about the disconnect now. What a job by W though. After spinning mid-race, finds his way back to the lead. Swarner has a spin of his own that we didn't quite catch. W keeping it clean with the time penalties, gets the job done.
Did you see Erect? Erect. He did 33 laps on the hards.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
That's impressive.
My driver of the day is gonna go to Failed. Just point, not even, but after seeing what Erect just did, I'm gonna give him a close second place. 33 laps. Incredible. These golden drivers are underestimated, man.
Golden class always exciting. The championship just got real exciting. I can promise you that. I will be tallying up the numbers after this. They will be available. You can check them out on if you keep up with us on social media at eTrinity Racing on Instagram and Twitter. You'll see the standings there a little later tonight. But W and Swan are battling out for the drivers at the top, and then Ferrari and Renault just about even now after tonight. So really good and interesting after 9 rounds. That leaves us with 6 races to go, I guess, in the season. And Golden Class getting real exciting as I filter through the results here. Just leave those up on screen. A lot of time penalties, a lot of spins tonight, a lot of tire strategy. What a race. That was worth watching the battle at the end, even with the time penalty. Just want to wrap it up here. Again, check us out on social media. You'll find the results there. Keep up to date with what's going on. Check out our Fanatec link, which will be in the description of the video. YouTube. And check out our website. If you're interested in joining the league, TrinityCompetitiveRacing.com. We have an application there. We run our communication on Discord. Feel free to join. Always looking for good drivers. If you're in North America, or even if you're elsewhere and can be up late at night. All 3 classes are 8 o'clock Eastern time. So, thank you, Sequit, for joining me tonight.
No problem, man. It was an honor. It's an awesome race tonight.
I hope you're ready for tomorrow. Platinum class action.
Yeah.
Platinum class will be off the grid at 8:30 Eastern tomorrow. That will be hopefully on our YouTube channel. We're having trouble with the PlayStation link in the accounts lately, but hopefully that's live on the Trinity Competitive Racing channel. And of course, Platinum Class brought to you by our own JB. He will be back tomorrow after an off week last week. So that's it. Catch us tomorrow. Sequit and I will be alongside the rest of the Platinum Grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And that'll do it for tonight. Golden Class action complete. We'll catch you later, and we'll see you tomorrow.